What's good, YouTube? It's Team Rocket. Bringing you guys another this or that. Before I go any farther, though, I want to ask you guys what kind of videos you'd like to see. I'm gonna do another this or that because I've heard some people say they like these. But if you want to see more deck profiles or more duels or whatever, let us know, and we'll try and get more of those up here. Kind of stalling for content. Not sure what you guys want to see, but just let us know and we'll get more of those up for you. So this week's this or that, or this episode, I guess, of this or that, is the bottomless trap hole solemn warning. Two answers for really the same problem. Those pesky monsters like to get in there and get after your life points. These are two ways to stop them. Even stop them from hitting the field in a warnings case. The reason I'm doing this now is before you had the issue of if you had warning, you played it. If you didn't have it, you made excuses why bottomless trap hole was better because you had to make yourself feel better about not having the warning. But with warnings reprint, basically you don't have a good excuse to not have them if you want to play it. So now that these are both widely available to everybody, players are going to have a choice. Some players I've seen are going to play both of these, but if you're playing a deck where maybe you're got a tight lineup, you can't fit both these in there, you're faced with a tough choice. Do you want the negation with the life point cost, or do you want the cheap one for one out? One of the interesting things that's come up recently also is with Dark World, Bottomless Trap Hole is great because it's going to stop that Grapha and keep it from coming back. If you use Warning, the Grapha is just going to come back next turn, and you're kind of screwed. So that's the plus side of Bottomless. That monster's gone, and it's not coming back. Very rare cases, some decks will be able to get it back, but not really relevant here. But this is also really good against like the Thunder Kings that people play. A lot of decks will run 3 Thunder Kings as an entire light engine to try to get Blackluster Soldier. So these can get those lights out of the graveyard and stop them. On the same side of that coin, if they're summoning that Blackluster Soldier and the TCG, they're still going to get priority, so the damage has already been done if you try to use Bottomless. You've already taken the minus, they get the plus from removing your monster or whatever it may be. So that's where the pluses for Warning come in. You actually get to negate the summon of the monster. This means that Shein, Stardust aren't going to be able to stop you, and they're not going to get priority with their effects. So you can stop Stratos or anything else that's going to search. This can get the Tengus off the field. If you can get the first Tengu with Warning, they won't get any more searches. So I think that you will get, it's the bang for your buck, really. It's more expensive. You get a more powerful effect out of it, but this is more of a general use. One thing I will say, though, with Rescue Rabbit, I don't know if you guys are going to see a lot of Rescue Rabbit in your locals, but you can get both of the cards that come out with Rescue Rabbit with this, both of those dinosaurs or whatever, Bottomless, get those out of the way, and then you're going to shut down their Avarice play too. Not going to be able to use the Pot of Avarice to put them back and try it again. You just cut off, usually they're probably going to run 6 dinosaurs or whatever, but you just cut out basically 3. They're not going to be able to use that set anymore. So I really like the Bottomless for that matchup. They're still going to get their tour guides and Sangins, not much you can do about that, but you can stop their big plays. So if you have a lot of Dark World or Rescue Rabbit, Bottomless is probably the way to go. In our locals, we have a lot of problems still, like Stardust and Shein running around, so Warning's probably good there. If you can run both, that might not be a bad idea. I'm actually starting to think that I like Bottomless a little more than Compulse and Deprison, just because you can stop those anti-meta monsters before they hit the field and start messing you up. So it is tough. Like I said, though, you got to work on your matchups. If you're not going to main deck both of these, I would side deck one of them just in case you see that Rescue Rabbit Dark World, then bring this in for sure. But if you can only play one, I guess I got to pick one because this is a this or that, not take both. I'm going to go with Warning just because in almost 80% of the situations it's going to be the better card, and it prevents them from getting their priority. Just in those 2 matchups, Dark World, Rescue Rabbit, you better be ready to bring Bottomless in. So that's it for that. Like I said, please leave comments below what kind of videos you guys want to see going forward. If you want more of this or that, maybe give us some ideas of cards that you would like us to kind of go back and forth on, give you the pros and cons of each, and we will get those up here for you. All right, thanks.